Hello, everyone. This is John Ritchie speaking on behalf of the AHIMA vLab team. This is the fourth of 6 videos in the AHIMA vLab series, and this one is entitled Navigating to and Completing Your Assigned Activity. It is also assumed that you have already reviewed the previous 3 videos in this series, and also that you're logged into AHIMA vLab using the Chrome browser. Let's imagine that your instructor has assigned to you the first activity under the 3M application, which is entitled 3M Login Instructions. To get to that activity, click the 3M tile or module on the course, which I have just done. This brings you to the welcome page for 3M, and in the upper right-hand corner, click the right-facing arrow, which stands for Next Activity. This brings you to the main content page for the 3M application. You'll scroll down, and under the Activity Directions section, you'll locate the activity title for your activity of interest, which in this case is 3M Login Instructions, and I single left click that link. The instructions page is relatively short for this particular activity. It's typically much longer for others. You'll scroll down to review the page in its entirety, which we'll do in a moment. We'll keep this instructions tab open for now, and our next step is to actually launch the 3M software application. So we need to navigate back to our previous tab. Single left click on the previous tab, and we'll scroll up, and under the application access area, single left click anywhere on the row to open up and visualize the launch link. Single left click the launch link to launch 3M. And through a single sign-on operation, you can see that we're now in 3M. I'm going to bring this over to the right-hand side of my screen by simply grabbing the top of the window and using my mouse, holding down on my left mouse, pulling over quickly and letting go. Okay, because I want to view 3M on the right, and this particular page I'm going to open back up, and I'm going to single left click on the Login Instructions tab. And so in this way, I now have 3M open on the right, and I can do my work in 3M while I follow along on the instructions on the left. Ideally, you would have dual monitors where you might have the instructions on your left monitor and 3M on your right, but for purposes of this demonstration, we'll do it this way. So what we do now is simply follow the instructions. Okay, so getting started with the 3M encoder. To get started with an example, click DRG Finder from the product dropdown. Well, here's the product dropdown in 3M. I single left click DRG Finder. Next, select Medicare as the grouper. Here's the grouper window. I select Medicare. Looks like there's 4 options. There it is. Got it. Select female for the gender. Okay, here's the gender. There's female. Left click. Got it. Enter 50 for the age at admission. Click on the admission, the age at admission field. Type in 50 and I can press tab. Okay. Now it says select October 26th of 2020 as the admit date. I'm going to use the calendar tool. I'm going to back the year up to 2020. I'm going to back the month up to October, and I'm going to click on 2/6. So confirm it, 10/26/2020. Got it. Now in the discharge date, October 28th of 2020. So I use the calendar tool, back the year up to 2020. Back the month up to October and select 2/8. Confirm it. Yep, got it. I can press tab if I want to. And now the instruction says note the length of stay is automatically updated. And yep, length of stay is 2, which is correct for this particular case. The instructions then say you're now ready to begin coding with the 3M encoder. It presents you with a screenshot, which you can compare the activity screenshot on the left with the actual screenshot on the right, and you can see that they match perfectly. And now the instructions say, oh, I've reached the end of the instructions. You've completed the activity, are now ready to answer the assessment questions. Okay. And so this is your cue that you've reached the end of the activity and you can complete the assessment, of course. I invite you to watch the next video in the series entitled Completing the Assessment for your assigned activity. That concludes this video. Thank you for watching.